Hello there. This hour on Verbling. The next in my Getting Results in Business series, we're doing a unit on how to talk about plans and processes. So we're going to be reviewing a little bit of yesterday, giving you a free speaking activity where you get to use our keywords in a way that's realistic and might apply to what you do at work, talking about technical and non-technical processes. More about that in a minute. Today, before I begin, wait a second, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour, and I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up, which means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new words and the new vocabulary that you learn. Use it actively so that I can correct you. That's the best way to learn. And open up is rule 3. Open up to your classmates, relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. Okay, and on the screen right now, you can see the first slide of our presentation from the other day. So I think I can give you a link to this if you can't see it. Give me just a second here. One moment. Yes, I can. So I'm going to post a link for you to open this if you want to see it close up. There you go. There were some mistakes yesterday, but now I've corrected them. And we're going to get started. If my camera can turn on. Give me just a second. I have to load an app. Hold on one second here. Okay. While I'm getting my Hangout working, let's say a quick hello to Florina. Florina, I have not seen you before. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. What about you?
Where you? I'm recovering. Where are you from, Florina?
I live in Paris.
So you are French.
Yes.
Where in Paris?
In a small city called Ivry-sur-Seine. I don't know if you know it.
No, I used to live in the center of Paris a long time ago.
I live in the south of Paris.
In the south. I didn't really go outside of the city very much when I was living there, and it's been a long time. But I don't know. I'm not sure. So I really know the city more than anything else. Well, thank you for joining us. By the way, what we're going to be doing here is continuing our unit on plans and processes. For example, if you work for a company, let's get some light on. You can't see me. There we go. For example, if you work for a company that manufactures something or produces something, and you have to explain that to a customer, to a client, to an investor, we're working on that kind of language. But every company, every business has to deal with non-technical processes like hiring people, how to apply for a job, how to change paper in the photocopier, these kind of things. So we've been working on vocabulary and key expressions for those. We're going to do a speaking activity, so even if you weren't in the other classes, you'll still get a chance to work with that vocabulary today, okay? So no worries. And welcome back, Anton, Giuseppe, and Yuki. Nice to see you, everyone.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too, teacher.
Nice to see you.
Bye.
Bye? Who's leaving?
Sorry.
Let's put the presentation on screen. There you go. So, as you know, we've been talking about processes, about making changes for future plans in the context of dealing with some technical process. We're using an example of a biofuels company. Today, specifically, we're going to be completing that part, and we're also going to move on to the second part, how to get someone's attention, how to make sure that people are really following your description of the process. So we'll be doing both of those today. This is what the presentation should have looked like yesterday. I have an excuse. I've been very sick. I spent last night in the hospital, but I survived. So I'm here. Isn't that great? Someone would say, yeah, that's great. You survived. That's great. Someone? Yuki? Anyone? Really? No one? Can anyone hear me? All right.
Can you repeat again the question?
Yesterday, I said I survived. I was ill. I went to the hospital, but I came back and I'm here teaching the class. Isn't that great that I survived? And everyone was silent. No one cares. No one cares.
No.
She cares. She's new. She cares. Wait till you get to know me. You won't care anymore. Okay. Yesterday we listened in on a conversation, and we basically used that to get our key expressions. If you ever want to cheat, all you need to do is go to page 11, slide number 11, where I've put them all there for you. Okay, so if you want to download or open the presentation on your computer, that's where the key expressions are. I want you to use these actively. It doesn't mean that you can't say other things. You can. But these you know are correct. You know they sound good. So you should actively use them and get them into your vocabulary if you can. If you use other things, the problem is it might be hard to manage. So that's why I try to use a limited set of vocabulary so that you can work on accuracy with these expressions. At a higher level, we can try to expand this vocabulary. But for now, we want to deal with accuracy as best we can. So let's move forward here. After that, we looked at a follow-up email we had listened to the telephone conversation, and we did a follow-up email. We found formal and informal expressions to talk about changing plans. This was, again, about the guy in the biofuels company having a meeting. And that left us with this. At the end of class, we started to do a little role play where you have to invite someone else. So I think it was a little tricky to do. So what I'm going to do is suggest we follow a structure. And in order to do that, I'm going to give you structure here in just a second. Because I think it was a little bit difficult to figure out exactly what your conversation should be like. So what I'm going to do is, in our notes document for today, I'm going to suggest a structure. Give me just a second here. I have to open the notes. Hold on one second. Well, this is going to take a minute. So while I'm opening the notes, what I'd like to do is maybe talk about yesterday's role play, because we just did it once and it was very short. Let's talk about what was easy and what was difficult first, and we'll use those notes that we take. I'm going to take some notes as you're speaking. We'll use that to create a structure and to try it again, but perhaps in a slightly more in-depth way. So, Anton, who was your partner yesterday when you were doing this? Who were you speaking to?
I think maybe
Anton,
it was
turn on your mic.
Giuseppe. Yes? You can hear me now?
Yes, yes. So who were you
Yes,
speaking to yesterday?
I think maybe it was Giuseppe.
Yes.
Oh, was it
it's
Giuseppe?
me.
Both of you,
Was
right?
me. Yeah.
Is that right, Giuseppe?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so in the conversation we had yesterday, what I'd like us to do first is to identify the parts of the conversation. In your notes, which I'm opening right now, I think it's on page 4, we're going to identify the parts. We can put it in the chat window for now, maybe, because this is taking forever to open. So, how did you? Who was calling who? I think Anton, you were calling Giuseppe. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Ring.
Okay. So, how did we? No, wait a second. Hold on. How did we? Let's try to identify the structure of the conversation and then we'll look at a few key expressions. Anton, how did you begin your conversation?
I'm afraid.
How did you begin the phone
sorry.
call?
Hello, good morning. I'm calling you because it's impossible for me to be in your conference.
Okay, so the first thing you had to do on the 7th, let me just make a little date here in our notes. Whoops. So if you want to follow along, I'm on page 4 of our notes document, which I'll share my screen with you. You can't see it. 1 second. You have this in the course description, but let me share my screen as well so you can see it. Okay. So this is the 8th. Whoops. 8th of May. Okay, role play. Whoops. It's always hard to write. And let's look at the steps. So what's the first thing you did? You said, "Oh, I'm having trouble with my meeting. I want to reschedule." So before you did that, Giuseppe had to pick up the phone. So we call that greeting. Okay, and then then Anton, you had to do what? Not what you said, but what you had to do. What was the first thing you had to get Giuseppe to understand?
I think I have to apologize and to be sorry about not to have to stay in the meeting.
Okay, apologize, and so you had to state the problem, basically. And the problem was that this meeting had to be rescheduled. In our role play, it was an important meeting because I think Giuseppe was the investor. So you had to be very delicate. You had to be very diplomatic. So we have greeting, stating the problem. Apologizing goes without saying. Greeting, stating the problem. We have one important thing. I don't know if we talked about this, but both of you have to make sure that you're following the conversation because you're using English, but you're non-native speakers. So it's very important to verify the information. So let's call this maybe, actually, hang on just a second here. I'm going to go back to our key expressions. Stating the problem, and in this case the problem was that there's changed plans. Giuseppe, what did you have to do when you heard that there was a change of plans? You can talk about what you said, or you can talk about what your objective was once you heard that. What did you have to say or do? Is Giuseppe there? Hello, Giuseppe.
Sorry.
Wake up, Giuseppe.
No, my connection is bad. Sorry. It was very static.
So after Anton told you there was a problem in the role play, what was your reaction? What should you do in that situation? Basically, that was my question.
I respond. I give an answer about changing of plan.
Mm-hmm. Respond to the change. Okay. What kind of things would you say to respond? What's the first thing that you might say?
Well, I could say not to worry, or that's a pity. Depends on the context, formal or informal answer.
Right. So we're going to say reassuring the person, right? So we've got these stages developing from yesterday's role play. First, you're greeting people. You're on the phone, so you're greeting them. One person is stating the problem. The problem is that there's change plans. The other person is responding to the change, possibly by first reassuring that there's no problem, reassuring the other party, and perhaps checking that you understand. So we might want to call that verifying, I guess. Let's call that verifying. It's a little bit easier to read. Okay. After Giuseppe responds to the change and reassures you that there's no problem, back to Anton, you've got to basically wrap up the conversation. So he says, okay, there's no problem. He checks that he understands. How would you end the conversation at that point, Anton?
Well, I think I have to try to understand the situation and try to remake or
reschedule.
Yes, reschedule. And if it's good for me, I try to do it.
Okay. So offering an alternative. Okay. So in this case, it's an alternative date, another time that's mutually beneficial. Okay. Mutually beneficial time date. In this case, because it's a meeting. Okay. And one thing I want to say is you have to end on a positive note, even if he. Oh, by the way, then Giuseppe has to accept or decline. That goes without saying. He could do that earlier as well, but I'll put it here. Okay, and then it has to end on a positive note. Whether you're writing or whether you're speaking on the phone, you always have to end with some kind of future promise. Do you remember what the future promise was in yesterday's class, Anton? Remember what I corrected you on at the very end? I gave you a suggestion of how to end the conversation. Do you remember what I said?
I don't know.
We'll keep in touch. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, so that's it. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So the future promise. So maybe staying. That's right. I think we said we'll be in touch was the expression. Future promise. Staying in touch or see one or the other. If the person declines, okay, let's promise to stay in touch. If the person agrees, okay, let's promise to see each other at the date that we decided. With this structure that you see on screen, we're going to do the role play, and we're going to add key expressions to this. So now we've got our structure, and we need to put in actual language. Okay, so we're going to do this by first repeating the role play from yesterday to give you a second chance. I'll add some of the vocabulary you're using, and I'll make suggestions. And then we're going to switch partners and give someone else a chance to do it. Remember, go to page or go to slide 11 if you want to see some of the key expressions that we've used before. And I think in slide 11, oh, look, we've got Adela. I didn't even see you come in. Hi, Adela. How are you? Look at that.
Fine, thanks for asking.
All right. By the way, one last thing. If you don't have the notes document open, it's there under class material.
Yes, I have the material.
Okay. But if you need the link, I put it in the VerbLink chat as well. Okay, so you've got the presentation on top of the chat, the notes document at the bottom of the chat. You can have them both open on your computer if you want to follow along. Okay, because I'm going to be updating the notes as we do this.
Thank you.
So, Anton and Giuseppe, we're going to try this one more time because you've already done it once, and I'm going to use your conversation as a model for the others. But I want you to switch roles. Okay, so this time you're going to be calling you can always go to slide 11 for the key expressions, but on slide 10, that's our role play. So Giuseppe, you invited Anton to speak to a group of your colleagues on the 13th of May. However, you need to change this to the 20th of May. Call Anton. Anton, you're student B. You were invited to speak at a company on the 13th of May. The organizer, that's Giuseppe, calls you. And that's the task. And as you do this, I'm going to be adding to this structure that you can see on screen. Okay? Are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go. Whenever you're ready, take it away.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Okay.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring. Anton, pick up. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hello, this is
Hello?
Giuseppe.
Hello? Is that how you answer the phone at your job? Hello? Hello? Come on, Anton.
Hello, this is Anton.
Yes, that's better. And you're missing
Hello?
a key expression. You're missing a key expression. You want to offer help, right?
What can I do for you?
Good, yes. What can I do for you? How can I be of assistance is a more formal expression. How can I be of assistance? Got it?
No, I don't
Yes?
understand the last.
Can you see what I wrote on screen?
Sounds
Yes.
like how can I help you?
Can you?
There it is on
No.
page. There it is on page 4 of our shared notes under 8th of May. I have it on screen and it's in the notes document. So it is exactly like how can I help you? It's exactly the same, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more formal. So there's an alternative, but let's use it for today. Let's start
But
again. Oh, sorry. What's wrong?
No, I haven't access to the notes document.
Well, you can just look on screen. Do you see it? Under 8th
Yes.
of May? Okay,
Yes.
so just
yes.
use that for now.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not going to interrupt again. I just wanted
Okay.
to make sure that our greeting was clear. And by the way,
Can you make
this
it
is
you?
speaking is another thing that you might want to say. And about making it bigger, I will try. Hold on. What about that? Is that better?
Yes.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm going
Okay,
to use.
let's start again. Ring, 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 ring. It's time to pick up the phone. Ring, ring.
Hello. Hello. How can I be your assistant?
Hello, this is Giuseppe from Carl Company. Mr.
Oh.
Anton.
What can I do for you?
There was a slight change there was a slight change of a plan, which means that we have to find another. I have to say to you that we have to change our date meeting. What about making the meeting on 20 May?
Okay.
What about making or what about having?
What about having a meeting on 20 May?
Okay. No matter. Let me see. These things happen. Wait a second. Okay. I think it's not going to be any problem. We can make a change, but I don't know. Oh yes, it is possible. Is it possible? And you have to be you have to be I understand the situation and trying to respond your demands, and I'm reschedule and I think it's possible. What do you think about the
Okay.
hour?
Well, one second. So, under responding to the change, don't forget to verify the new time or whatever. So if you're agreeing, that's fine. Just verify that you understood correctly. What can you say to verify that you understood the facts, Anton?
I don't understand you. Sorry.
Just checking that you look at stage 3, responding to change,
Yes.
verifying. What expression could you use to verify that you understood the situation and you understood the details? What could you say? Because it's very easy to have miscommunication on the phone when you can't see each other.
In this moment, I can't. It's impossible to take a quick answer, but I think it's possible. Let me see in the schedule if I have any possible to.
That's fine. That's fine. But that's not really verifying that you understood Giuseppe's alternative time. I think he suggested an alternative. Let me ask the group. Hello, group. What could Anton say to verify that he understands the situation and all the details? What's a good expression he could use?
Can you repeat me the date or huh?
Can you repeat me the date? Okay, good. Well, we don't repeat me. We repeat the date. Can you repeat the date? Not repeat me the date.
Sí,
right?
sorry. Yes.
That's it. Okay, so you could say something specific. Or, anyone else have an alternative? Going once? Going twice? No? Okay.
Let
You
me
could
check it again.
Say again, Yuki? I'm sorry.
Let me check it. Let me check it. Let me confirm it again.
Sure.
The date of
Yeah.
the place.
Let's say it like this. Let me just confirm. That sounds pretty good. Let me just confirm. And then you would say something like, so. And then you say the dates that you understood. So, it was on the X date, but you need to change to Y date. So you might say something like this, as Yuki said, let me just confirm. Let me just confirm that I understood. So it was on the 18th, but you need to change it to the 20th, and there's really no way of getting around it, right? And this expression, getting around. That means there's no way of avoiding the change. There's no way of avoiding it. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Then, of course, Giuseppe has to verify that. Oh, yes, it's for the 20th. Okay, and then you have to accept or decline, Anton. And then the last thing we need to do is just end on a high note, end on a positive note. And that would be Giuseppe making the future promise. Okay? So let's take it from verifying. Anton, I want you to verify that you understood what Giuseppe said to you and about the details. Okay? Let's take it from there. Ready, Anton?
Yes. What? We are in the last point in 6.
Well, let's take it from point 3b. You want to
okay.
confirm that you understood the change.
Yes. Oh, let me see. I have to take some notes and. Okay. Here is my notebook. Okay, you. Okay, you need to change this date, and I
Which
remove
date?
it. Is
Which date?
the 10th, and you have to, and you need to change to 21. Or
To the
I have
21st.
to the 21st. Here is a solution. Yes. No
So wait,
matter.
Giuseppe, is that right? Did it get the details right?
Yes, I get it.
All right. So you would just say something like, yes, that's it, that's it,
That's it.
that's right, or something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you have to accept or decline. We're in part 5, Anton. Accept or decline.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible, and no matter, and it could be a good solution to reschedule, and I take the appointment for that date. It's good. No matter.
How about this, Anton? That would be fine. That would be great. That's no problem. In other words, you're just confirming that the new date is okay. Rather than, you could say it's possible too if you want. But a good key expression we learned was, that would be great, that would be nice, that would be fine, that would be okay. Or some others we looked at, if you want to be really a little bit more formal and also very polite, I'd be delighted. I'd be delighted
Mm-hmm.
to, and then you say what you want. I'd be delighted to attend on the 21st. No problem for me. Okay, Giuseppe, finishing our conversation. We're now on page 5 of the notes. You need to offer some future promise. He's accepted, so that means your future promise is for 6B, promising to see each other. When you're doing that, you can also just summarize the key details if you want. So what could you say as a future promise to end the conversation?
Okay. Agree about the date. So we will see each other on 21 May.
20 on
And
listen, on the 21st.
if there is any changes on 21st, and
On
if
the
there are
21st.
if there are new on the 20th May. So I will promptly send emails or call you back if there are changes of the plan.
Okay, that's good. Okay, and you can. Okay, so instead of saying call you back, I'll contact you immediately. I'll contact you immediately if anything comes up in the meantime. This is a good expression. If anything comes up in the meantime. So, Giuseppe, what you're saying is fine. All I'm doing is changing it to make it sound a little more like a native speaker. It's the same concept, but the slightly different expression. Instead of saying call you back, which is a little informal, I'll contact you immediately. And the expression, if anything comes up, means if anything happens. If there's any changes, if anything comes up. All right. So, everyone, let me change the view so you can see this a little bit easier. Hold on. There we go. I got to make this maybe a little bit smaller because it's hard to see everything on screen. So I can reduce that. Okay. All right. We've got a pretty good structure now. So what I'd like to do is let's give someone else a chance here. So why don't we try Florina and Yuki? Okay? And what I want you to do is use this structure as your outline to have the role play. The role play we're going to use is a little different now. Hold on, let me get it back on screen. Let's see if if Google lets me share my screen. Oh, Google Hangouts is cooperating today. Good. Okay. Florina, you have a meeting on the 16th of June. So this is call number 2, and you're a student A.
Okay.
You have a meeting on the 16th of June with your colleague, your close colleague. That means you don't have to be quite so formal. He calls you about it. So you're going to be the one receiving the call.
Okay.
Yuki, you are student B. You will call your close colleague Florina to change your meeting on the 16th of June because you're going to give a talk that day. Those are the details.
Okay.
Everything clear?
Yes.
Clear.
Okay, excellent. So, Yuki, you're calling. That means you have to be the one picking up the phone, Florina. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to put back our structure there so you can use it as a guide. If Google Hangouts lets me. Oh, Google Hangouts is not letting me. Oh, I can't unshare my screen. Okay, if you want to follow along, just go back to page 4 of our notes document because I can no longer put it on screen for some reason, and I don't know why. Okay, but remember the structure we came up with. Greeting, stating the problem, responding to the change,
I'll
offering
be
a...
student B.
Yeah, you're student B. That's right. Okay, so when you're ready, take it away, Yuki. Well, actually, wait. Actually, sorry, Florina, you're going to be the one speaking first because you're answering the phone.
Okay.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Hello, this is Yuki speaking. I'm the organizer. I was invited to speak at the company. Is it right?
Yes.
I was invited to on 13 May, but that would be great if you could change our meeting on 16th June. I'd be sorry.
So, good. Give her a chance to respond. So how would you respond to that, Florina?
I will respond. Hi, Yuki. How are you?
Start by reassuring him, and then verifying the details.
Okay, it's fine. There is no problem. When do you want to reschedule the meeting?
I'd be glad. That would be great if you could change on 16th June.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Let me see if I'm available this date.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, it will be great.
That I'd be sorry. That would be great.
Hang on one second. So, Florina, you are accepting, right?
Yes.
So use one of those accepting expressions to accept his offer.
Okay, that would be great.
That would be great. What?
To reschedule the meeting on the 16th of June.
Good. Let's say it like this: to reschedule the meeting for.
Yes.
The 16th of June. For.
Okay.
So from the beginning, Florina.
Okay. Okay, Yuki, that will be great to reschedule the meeting for the 16th of June.
16th.
16th.
There we go.
Okay, let me just confirm. Meeting was on the. Could you show the page? Oh,
I can't. My Hangout thing is frozen. I can't do it. I'll try.
I can't.
Wait. It's working. Hold on. Wait. I got it. It was frozen, but now it's working. So can you see it now?
Okay. No.
Should be able to see it now.
Okay, I'll find. Okay, I found. It was 13 May, and now we had changed to 16th June.
And then you can finish by
That's it?
saying, you can finish by saying, and that's okay for you, and that's okay for you, right?
That okay for you?
Yes, I'm okay. It's
I'm
okay.
okay with it. I'm okay. It's okay, or I'm okay with it. It's okay, or I'm
Okay.
okay with it.
It's okay.
That's good. So we'll see each other on 16th June. I'll contact. No.
Yeah, that's fine.
I
Yeah, that's fine. I'll contact you immediately.
I'm good forward to meet you on that.
Looking forward to meeting you on that day. Good.
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to meeting you on that day.
Very good. Okay. So look, that's where the conversation would end. And let's just put that on the board as well. I'm looking forward to meeting or seeing or speaking or any word. Oops, forward is not spelled like that. There we go. You then. All right? So as you can see, we're adding vocabulary here. All of this is are good key expressions. Maybe we just need something here under offering an alternative. We need to switch parts 4 and 5 because before you accept or decline, if you decline, then you need to offer an alternative. So we're going to switch those. Okay, we're going to try, let's see how much time we have. Let's do this. We're going to move on before we run out of time. I'll give you another chance to do this, but not in today's class, okay? So Adela, you'll get a chance, but not today, because I want to introduce one new. Okay, I want to introduce one new thing. We should always learn one new thing per day, at least one. And what I want to introduce to you is what we can do to get someone's attention. So let me see if I can share my screen again. Whoops! No, I don't want this. I wish there was an easier way to share my screen. Hold on. Let me turn this into a presentation. Okay, this is really from tomorrow's class, but we're going to take a look at it today to give you an introduction. Which is, forget about that. Here we go. Which responses below can you not use to respond to the phrases that you're going to read and hear in 1 to 6? The phrases are, have you got a minute? Are you busy? Is this a good time? Sorry to bother you. Can I interrupt you for a second? Can I talk to you for a moment? So in this case, it's not so much a phone call, but it's probably catching someone in the hallway or something like that. So take a minute and see if you can, I guess we want to look at the ones, which phrases can you not use? So for each one, we want to decide which one does not match. Which ones can you say, which ones can you not say? So why don't we take a minute, read through them, and then we'll compare answers. Why don't I give you a minute to think about these, and then we'll compare answers, okay? Everyone read and think. Is everyone reading and thinking?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. And while you do that, I'm going to open my notes on my computer. And this is part 4, practically speaking. Okay. So, are we ready? I want you to tell me the letter that you cannot use with the phrase. Okay? Let's go around the room. Adela, have you got a minute? Which phrase can you not respond with?
Well, actually, it's not a good time.
That's okay. You can say that. Of course. Imagine it's not a good time. Yes, you could say that. So that one is acceptable.
Sorry?
That one is acceptable. That's good. Which one can you not use?
Not at all.
Have you got a minute? No, not at all.
This is another negative, no? Positive, je suis.
Right. I want to know which of the expressions from A to G does not match. Which one does not match? So if you say, have you got a minute? No, not at all. That matches. You could say that.
I'm a bit busy, sorry.
That matches too.
Is don't correct. I think it's all. D, E, F.
Are you saying that they don't match or that they do match?
Don't match.
They do. They do. They do. You could say all of those. Listen, have you got a minute? Well, I'm rather busy. Yeah, you could say that. Have you got a minute? I'm a bit busy, sorry. Have you got a minute? No, not at all. I have a meeting. So all of them match. Which one does not match? There's only one left.
D.
No, not at all?
No.
It would sound okay if you follow it with more information. It sounds a little strange alone, but if you follow it up with something else, no, not at all, I'm running to a meeting, then it could be okay. But look at G. Have you got a minute? That's okay. It doesn't match because of the word that. Have you got a minute? That's okay. That implies something specific. Have you got a minute is kind of general. Like that if you're pointing to something. So in number one, I would say that G is the only one that you cannot use to respond. What do you think? Do we all agree? If you disagree, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Agree.
I agree.
We agree. Okay. So let's go around the room and do the same with the others. So Anton, are you busy? Which one can you not respond with? Listen, if it's easier, you can tell me one or two that you would say first, if you find that easier.
Well,
and then
that's
tell me
right.
which one would you not say. So first, give me.
Maybe that's okay. Another time. Are you?
I agree. The one that doesn't fit is that's okay. You could say, well, actually, it's not a good time, or you could say, yes, sure. So all of them seem to be okay except for G. Who's next in line? Who is it? Oh, Florina. Look at number 3.
Yes.
Florina, is this a good time? Which one does not fit?
I
Could
think
you say?
that's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Once again, it's G. Doesn't fit. Could you say F? I'm a bit busy, sorry. Yes, no?
I can't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. Could you say F? I'm a bit busy, sorry. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can say F.
You can say F, that's right.
Yes, I can say.
You can. So it's kind of a trick. 1 to 3, the only one that doesn't match is G.
Yes.
But look at number 4, Giuseppe. This one is different. I say, hey, Giuseppe, sorry, can I bother you?
Okay.
Well, why don't you tell me tell me one that you could respond with first. If I say, hey, sorry to bother you, what could you say?
Well, I will answer yes. What can I do for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Or yes, sure. No.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine too.
Well, I'm rather busy at the moment.
Okay. Go back to yes, sure. Sorry to bother you. Yes, sure. Are you sure about that?
No, it doesn't match.
It doesn't match.
Can I bother you? Yes, sure.
Right. It's not asking, can I bother you? It's just
Sorry.
stating, I'm sorry to bother you. So C is the only one that doesn't match. The rest of them are all fine. Very good. That's it. Let's go on to Yuki. Yuki, can I interrupt for a second? In this case, first tell me something you could say. Can I interrupt you? What's something you could say?
I could say, no, not at all.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
No.
No, not at all. Are you sure? You could
Can
if
I
you
do-
follow it
yes.
up with
Yes,
information.
what can I do for you?
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. What can I do for you? Now tell me one you couldn't say. Guess what? D is one you probably wouldn't say.
Yes.
Can I interrupt you? No, not at all. It's kind of harsh, right? Whereas if you say A, have you got a minute? No, not at all. That's not being rude because you might really be busy, especially if you say more information. But in number 5, it would be very rude to say no, not at all. So D does not match number 5.
Yes.
Does anything else not match number 5, Yuki? Does anything else not match?
She also, it's not much.
Can I interrupt you for a second? Yes, sure. What's wrong with that? It works. It works.
Box?
Yeah. Can I interrupt you? Yes, you can. Yeah, it's fine. Let's talk. It's fine. It's fine. You mean because of the word interrupt? Is that why? Interrupt is just a synonym here for can we talk. So there's nothing wrong with that. So C matches. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Can I interrupt you? Yes, sure. What is it? How can I help? Sounds good. But look at G. Can I interrupt for a second? That's okay. Does that match?
I think it's possible.
You thought wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't match. Because can I is asking for a yes or no, basically. So if I say that's okay, it's not really the same as yes. For example, I don't know. It's a little hard to explain. When I say that's okay, I need to know what situation I'm referring to. It's like I'm pointing at something. That thing over there is okay, or that time was scheduled. So I would say that D and G don't really sound good for number 5. All the rest of them do, in one way or the other. For example, can I interrupt you for a second? I'm a bit busy, sorry. Well, that's basically saying no, but in a polite way, so it works. Well, actually, it's not a good time. That's a polite way of saying no, so it works. Let's go back to Adela. Look at 6. Can I talk to you for a moment? Adela, that's almost the same as number 5. Can I talk to you for a moment? What could you say to that, Adela?
Sorry.
What could you say?
Yes, sure.
Yes, you could say yes, sure. Give me another one. How could you say no in a polite way?
For example, well, actually, it's not a good time.
There you go. Good. Adela, I want you to tell me 2 answers that don't match number 6. Tell me 2 answers that do not match.
Do not match. That's okay.
Yeah?
And the other is possible.
Which one sounds rude? Can I talk to you for a moment? Which one sounds rude?
No, not at all. It's not
Exactly.
don't match.
Right. And there's another reason too. Not at all is like saying de nada. Like
yes,
it's no problem.
Sorry for no.
Right. So
Yes.
can I talk to you for a minute? No, not at all. It doesn't make any sense because you're not saying it's no problem. So it doesn't match. That's right. So again, for 5 and 6, D and G are the ones that sound a little strange. The rest of them would work.
Yes. And read, this is F, no? I am busy, I am...
Sorry. Can I talk to you for a moment? I'm busy, sorry. Yeah, that would work. Sure, that would work. Okay, I guess we're at the end of the hour. So what we're going to do is this. In tomorrow's class, we're going to give you a chance to work using these expressions. Perhaps we can go back to the phone call we were having, or we could just adapt it to a new situation. Because here the idea is that you've got a group chatting with a partner in small groups. After a moment, you have to politely get the attention of someone in the group and then continue the conversation with them. I'm not exactly excuse me. I'm not exactly sure how to do this online because we're not mingling in space, but I'll think about it. I'd like you to use these in a practical way, so maybe I'll change this a little bit. I don't have the slide prepared yet, but we're then going to go on to something that is important. Hold on. I just closed my slide, and now I can't tell you what it is. Give me just a second. The last part of the unit, before we do the big simulation, is talking about... oh, give me a second. Hold on. I got to open this again so I don't give you the wrong information. Give me just a second. So just a quick preview before we go. 1 second. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. We're going to be dealing with passive forms as well. So we'll do a little work with passive forms. In other words, the passive voice. When you're listening to someone talk about a process, instead of saying who's doing it or what is doing the stages in this process, you'll probably talk about what is being done, which is the passive voice, right? I wrote the book is active. The book was written by me is passive. So if you're talking about a process or a production pipeline or a set of stages, you probably are going to focus on the result, on the action, not on who's doing it. So we're going to go over the passive voice. You're going to start by listening to someone speaking at a training event, and they're going to be talking about effective business networking. You're going to be listening to that and working out, first getting the gist, the general idea, and then picking out the expressions in the passive voice. Then we'll clarify different forms of the passive voice in different verb tenses. We'll do all this through speaking. And then at the end, you're going to have a chance to use it yourself. You're going to have a chance to prepare a very short presentation where you have to talk about a non-technical process but using the passive voice in the way that you heard it. So that will definitely be most of tomorrow's class. The last class in the series is going to introduce a realistic task where we have to take all the vocabulary, all the grammar, all of the key expressions and use them in a very realistic way. I don't know if that will be on Friday or not. I don't think well, if we have time, we'll do it. If not, it might go to Monday. I'd like to do it tomorrow, actually, because I think Monday we should start something new. And there we'll read an expert view, someone from the field who can talk about, give you some expert opinions to keep in mind. We'll read a case study, and then we'll turn that into a simulation like we had before. So that's the plan. So tomorrow, to give you, I'm thinking maybe we ought to do 2 hours in a row to give you enough time. I was going to do a discussion class, but I'm thinking maybe we ought to do a 2-hour class, and I cancel the discussion and do 2 hours of business, because that way we'll really be able to finish the unit in one class. What do you think? Does that sound like an acceptable idea to everyone?
It sounds great.
Yes.
Oh, great. That was so enthusiastic. Are we cool, Giuseppe?
Cool.
Okay, so let's do that. I'll begin at 10 GMT, 10 London time. That's 11 in France, and we'll go until 12 GMT, 1 in France and Italy. I have no idea what time that is in Moscow. Okay, we'll go over the passive voice, and then we'll do the case study and the simulation at the end, and that will complete the unit. And I have a homework for you as well, which I'll post. Okay? So if you're not following me on Verbling, go to my profile, follow me. So that makes it easier for us to communicate, and I can send you homework and things like that. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. Bye-bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Take care. See you.
See you.